Hey everybody. So I just finished this new show on Apple TV Plus called Before with Billy Crystal. It also stars Judith Light and Rosie Perez. It's a real all around like 80s throwback kind of vibe. And the show has not gotten the best reviews, except from one, I think, particularly insightful critic, Stephen King, who thinks it's great. I honestly struggled with it a little bit, but I think some of the struggle in me enjoying the show came from the fact that Billy Crystal is not being funny. And my brain is like in the midst of some cognitive dissonance around the fact that this actor who has been in movies and TV shows throughout my life on my screen in my living room, at the theater in my neighborhood, is showing up in a very different way. Uh, Crystal plays Eli Adler, Dr. Eli Adler, a renowned child psychologist whose wife has recently died, and he's trying to navigate how to show up in his life after this huge loss. He doesn't want to talk about it. He's also presented as a very um, pragmatic man. He doesn't want to think about the afterlife or anything that can't be measured or counted or uh, seen and touched and is tangible in some way. And we get this notion, this idea that his wife was not like this, that she was someone who had a broader vision of the world. I won't give it all away. The story unfolds, and it's a fairly painful watch in some regards. And I would say, given my own professional background, it would have been a nice nod if, when a renowned psychologist at the hospital is struggling, that maybe the hospital chaplain shows up, or if his wife is facing a terminal illness, that perhaps they would at least entertain the idea of hospice, but that they didn't consult me on this show. So that's neither here nor there. The spooky part is good and spooky. And the truth is, the work that comes up around the spooky part, little hint to it here with this promo image, is this idea of past lives and how the past, the before, can have just as much an impact on us as the after, the afterlife. And of course, there's lots of depths to be plumbed there. And when you think about, this is a show that has really spanned the holiday season, right? Came out around Halloween, it's wrapping up around Christmas. This is a time of year when we look for depth and meaning. We look for connection to our loved ones, both our loved ones who are here with us, our loved ones who came before us, who maybe we never even met, our loved ones who we've known, who have passed away, who have died, and how we connect with them. There's a wonderful documentary on Netflix called Surviving Death that has a lot of input from the University of Virginia Department of Perceptual Studies. It's very rich work on how we understand and connect with the people we love who are no longer here with us in physical form, and how we still notice them and see them and feel that they're present with us. All of this matters a lot. Even in this realm of a psychologist working with the idea of past lives in this TV show, that's not out of the ordinary. Dr. Brian Weiss is a well-known psychologist who works with patients in past lives, and he encourages, in my sort of understanding of his work, he encourages folks not to try to think of it in such strict literal ways, but to think of it as like a gift or an insight that our mind is offering us when we reflect on past lives. Sort of to the tune of that scene toward the end of the Harry Potter saga, when Harry sees Dumbledore in his mind, and he asks, is this real or is this all in my head? And Dumbledore, I'm paraphrasing, Dumbledore says something to the effect of course it's all in your head, but why on earth would that mean it's not real? And of course, here we are taking a look inside Billy Crystal's head. It's a good watch. I would recommend it. It's good and spooky. It's got some good science in it too, for how we process trauma and loss. Um, it is sad. It's a sad watch, but there is hope at the end, especially in the form of the kiddos in this show. I'm always impressed with how kiddos act so articulately and with such skill in these shows. It's really amazing. The kids in the show provide a lot of hope as well. But we end on a hopeful note with our Dr. Adler. So, science fiction and spirituality, right? A really rich intersection here, especially with Billy Crystal in a very serious role. Check it out, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Remember, you got this.